Okay, so that Multisim assignment, people seem to have some problems with it. Let me see if I can help a little bit. Um, so the assignment, let me go back to that. So I have Multisim open, and I also have the Word document open. So, by the way, when you are doing this, you're supposed to upload this document without retyping it. Don't copy this or take a photograph of it. I had a few submissions where the photograph was like, they took it like underwater and you couldn't see anything. Okay? Right, so this is the circuit, and what I'm going to do is I want this in Multisim. So remember, the purpose of a relay like this one is you had 24 volts here as the input, and when I turn this relay on through the switch here, this contact will close, this coil will energize and this contact will close. If you saw the videos, which you should have, you would notice that this is a normally open contact. So when the the coil is energized, this contact will close, and then I'll switch this thing on. So 24 volts DC, right? It's switching 120 volts AC, or a different kind of voltage. You see this power supply, this is different to this one here. Okay? So that's the purpose of the circuit, and I'll copy that and paste it into Multisim. If you have dual monitors or something like that, you don't need to do that, but I don't. Okay. So the hard part was finding like this thing here, which is the relay. So the easy way to do that, or you can always find components by using this thing up here. You see where it says place? So it says File, Edit, View, Place. If you click on Place, and if you click on Component, and the shortcut for that is Control W. And I'm going to do Component. And I'm going to do a search for that. And so I'm going to look for the component relay. Let's see if I spell relay properly. Okay. Relay. And you see how all the relays come up? And the one I'm looking for is relay 1A underscore virtual. See, which is this one right here, right? Oh. I put that there. Say OK. Close that. So that's the relay right here, which is this one here. The other one you need is this, you know how to do this obviously enough, you know how to do this one. So this one is 120 volt. By the way, that PK stands for peak voltage. We haven't talked about that yet, we will be, but that's what it is. So it's a power supply, right? It's producing voltage, just like this one. So just same way you place this 24 volt, if you go to sources, just this one right here, and I'm going to, you can do this one, or you can do this one down here next to that. So it's AC voltage. These are like AC power. We are not doing AC power, we are doing AC voltage, which is this one right here. So you see the blue highlighted? I'm going to do OK. There we go. Now it comes up when you put it into the workplace as 1 volt, but this one says 120 volts, right? So to make it 120 volts, just double click on it and just type 120. There we go. The other one was this sonar alert. That's that alarm thing. So again, I'll go to component, search, component, sonar. I think that should give it. Let's see, there we go. That's my sonar alert. Just turn it around. So you should be able to connect the rest of it. Right? Let me take all of this stuff out. Let's go to the other circuit and see what do. So this one here, you have a push button switch that's controlling 25 volts. And when you turn this relay contact on, this normally closed contact will open and this normally open contact will close. And these are the two LEDs. And these relays were in the video. Oh, didn't mean to delete it. Let's copy it. And I'll go to Multisim. Excuse me. That's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. Right, and I'm gonna resize it and give myself some space here. Just kind of resizing it so that we have some space to work in. Just to bake in here. That should be about right. All right, and so this relay has a couple of components that you might be not familiar with. One is this arrowhead looking thing. So that's a diode, and the purpose of this diode is when this relay contact releases, there's a reverse voltage, and to stop that from damaging this power supply, we put a diode like this. You don't know about that, right? You probably don't know, and that's perfectly alright. You're not supposed to know about it. These are LEDs. You may have heard of the term LED, which stands for light emitting diode. Like you might have heard of like LED TVs and things like that. And so what this is doing is, normally this one light will be on. When you energize this other LED will come on. And also notice that, so you have two circuits that are being controlled by this one switch. Also notice 25 volts and 5 volts. Right, so this relay, same thing I'm going to do the shortcut this time, Control W, and I'm going to search for relay, R-E-Y, and it's this contacts like this, right, and it says 1C virtual, is that one, right, and I'll place that in the workplace. Might as well as do the LEDs while I'm here. LEDs, if you see how this device is like an arrow looking thing, I said. So if you go to onto the top left hand corner, design, file, and then it says source, basic diode, and if you go down to LEDs, it's right there. And I need a green LED and I need a red LED. Okay. And let's see what else. You need a push button switch, right? just kind of move this around a little bit. Push button switches, same thing, Control W, search, and component. So push button PB. So that's obvious now, we can't go through all of those, right? That's ridiculous. So let me modify that search a little bit, narrow it down. So this is a normally open switch, right? So I'll just put an underscore, normally open. Hopefully that will narrow it down. There we go. And that's our switch. Goes somewhere there, right? You can build this circuit without this diode for the time being. Normally in an actual industrial situation you do need to put that diode so it protects the power supply, but for this experiment obviously you don't need to do that. And that should get you going.